Just 2 days after headlines today showed how exactly UPA-II blew up your money on a grand dinner at the Prime Minister's residence, the Congress has brazenly come out in defense of the expenses. Now, this was the Prime Minister who had said that money doesn't grow on trees, but splurged exactly over 7,000 rupees per head to celebrate UPA's third year in power. Party spokesperson Renuka Chowdhury termed the extravagant expenditure as necessary to justify the UPA's grandiose occasion, even going on to say that cutting down on the expenses was not a viable option at all. Let's listen in to that bizarre defense that's come out from Renuka Chowdhury of the Congress.
देखिए, there is a way to look at things. हम रोज भी तो भोजन करते हैं, तो हम ये भी सोच सकते हैं कि भोजन बंद करें और हम देखें कि कितना बचत हो सकता है. ऐसी बात नहीं है. कुछ समय, कुछ ओकेशंस की कुछ गरिमा होती है, एक मर्यादा होती है, एक तरीका होती है. तो शादियां भी करना बंद कर देंगे, सब कुछ बंद कर देंगे. चलो घर में बैठ के रोज मातम शुरू करें.
Well, Kartikeya Sharma now joins us on the phone line for a reaction on that comment that Renuka Chowdhury has made. Kartikeya, it appears this latest comment from Renuka Chowdhury where she's defending that profligacy by the UPA where it spent over 7,000 rupees per head for the UPA's anniversary dinner. It may invite more brickbats.
Obviously, there is no option for Renuka Chowdhury to defend that this was done in good stead because you had members of cabinet. But the fact of the matter is that you cannot have austerity for the namesake, and you cannot have austerity whereby you say that the ministers are not going to go out and they're trying to cut the expenditure of the government, and in lieu of it use it for political image making. But in the spirit of it, don't follow. So yes, these are very embarrassing, if not damning, revelations, and the UPA government will find it very hard to defend that how can they spend 7,708 rupees per person plate for a dinner where even media was present to be on record, because when I spoke to the officials from the Prime Minister's office, they said roughly 1/3 of the money went for waterproofing the tent because the dinner was organized at the time when the monsoons were on.
All right, so that's the sort of response, Kartikeya, that's coming forward from the government side. And this, of course, isn't an isolated incident. There have been several RTIs that have been filed, and many of those responses to those RTIs actually reveal that how the government has actually burnt a hole in our pockets to have this sort of expenses paid for by the public exchequer, really. If you look at the expenses that went into the foreign trips of the ministers, or earlier there were also reports of how the planning commission had spent so much money on renovating its bathrooms, its toilets. So is this a firm up response that the government's going to come up with, but there was no other choice but to spend this sort of money, or we could see some change of stance?
I think this is something which the government will need to evade or sleep upon, or to brave the storm, because you can't do anything about it. The expenditure has been done, it's recorded, it has been audited, and it's embarrassing when the austerity measures are on. Though I would say that yes, there has been a general principle that dinners and lunches will not be organized. And even if they do, then the fare or the meal would be kept very simple. Like, for example, the Press Information Bureau now doesn't organize any dinner for the journalists. And whenever there's an interaction, it's only at the tea or over the snacks. So I would say that maybe they thought at the Prime Minister's residence they can give it a miss. But then RTI has revealed it, and the public sentiment is such that I really don't think that the next time around they will be organizing lavish get-together like this.